I'm ending the podcast. Now I know what you're thinking. Calvin, why would you do this? You just celebrated your 2-year anniversary. You just affiliated your podcast with the Secular Alliance of Michigan and Michigan Atheists. You're bigger than ever. Why are you ending it? Now, don't get me wrong. I have had a fantastic run with the podcast. I have met a lot of really great people. I've talked to amazing people, so smart. I've learned a ton. My guests have learned a ton. I've gained a little following from my podcast. But at some point, you need to learn and acknowledge that it's time to move on to bigger and better things. So my plan is to release this next interview, which I have with a practicing Sikh, and then I'm going to air one more episode after that. That is essentially the farewell episode. I'm not sure how long that will go for, or if I'll even edit it, really. And after that, there will be no more new content regarding my podcast. Does it hurt? Abso-fucking-lutely. I love this show. I love doing what I do. I love talking to people, having these types of conversations. But I do think that my podcast has kind of had its term. I think it's time to let it go, move on to bigger things. And who's to say I won't start up another better, bigger podcast with, I don't know, maybe the Secular Alliance of Michigan in the near future. But for right now, financially, emotionally, mentally, whatever you want to plug in there, ending the show is what's best for me, bottom line. So I'm in the process of revamping all of my social medias. I'm turning my business account here on TikTok into a now personal account. So maybe some different kind of content now. And basically I'm removing hosts of Unquestionable with Calvin Smith from everything at the moment. And my link tree that's in my bio will be getting revamped as well with more personal information. Rather than redirecting people to my podcast, it will be redirecting people to content that I personally am affiliated with. I still will be doing street epistemology. I'm still working with the Secular Alliance of Michigan as their social media manager. I'm still doing the Ask an Atheist program. And I'm still going to be asking questions and searching for truth. Just the podcast was a stepping stone into getting me into this game. I mean, don't think that I'm going to be going away from social media completely. I am not going anywhere. I'm just not going to represent the Unquestionable Podcast anymore. I am now my own entity. Not to say I won't be guesting on other podcasts or shows or volunteering for the atheist community of Austin again, which isn't technically off the table for the near future, and doing other types of activism and truth-seeking. But again, it just won't be with my podcast. And it hurts me, but again, it's what's best, I think. So thank you, everybody. Make sure to keep an eye on all of my social media platforms as I do this transition from business to personal on everything, and just stay up to date on everything. But I appreciate everyone who listens to Unquestionable with Calvin Smith. It's not going to be taken down off of any platforms. It's just not going to have any new content. So you'll still be able to listen to the show. There just won't be any new stuff coming. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.